All right, take 3. Hey everybody, it's Neil. I'm gonna get in on the BlackStone craze here. This is my BlackStone grill, and I'm gonna do a cheese pizza. We'll call it a keto cheese pizza. That's all the rage. It doesn't have any bread on it, no crust. So my grill's nice and hot. Some of the ingredients, if you don't want them raw, you kind of have to pre-cook them. So that's what I'm going to do with these guys. I'm going to go ahead and get them going. I put a little avocado oil down. When I first got this thing, if you watch guys and gals cooking on this, all they do is squirt oil, squirt oil, squirt oil. And my wife complained that everything was tasting, you know, greasy. So a couple of things I did. I got some different type of oil. This avocado oil is flavorless, so you lose some of that oil smell. Also some sprays. I have this BlackStone spray, but I also have an avocado spray. I think it's in the camper. And so instead of slopping all that oil down, use a little bit of spray, and then you're going to make your pizza. Now, when you're cooking on the BlackStone or any griddle, things happen fast. It's a lot of heat, and food cooks up pretty quick. So you kind of have to be prepared. And so this is the 4th time I've been making this pizza. Everybody loves it that's had it. I'm just putting pizza right on the griddle. And I was really rushing because you can see it's melting already. So you think it's a panic because it's melting so fast. But you really want to slow down. Because part of this is your crust. This is your crust right here. The cheese is your crust. If you rush too fast, all you get is a gooey pizza. And so I'll end up fast forwarding this a little bit. But you really want to give it time for that crust to firm up. And so I've got that going. And then you can, I also have, this is a BlackStone, a wide spatula is important because this is going to be gooey no matter what. I just got those scallions over there. I only have these 2 burners running, so the scallions were a little bit out of the heat range. I'm just going to cook them up a little bit more just so that they're not crunchy. Usually I'd have this built already by now because I was in such a panic to get it done. And you can see the cheese is just bubbling and melted. But just like a regular pizza, put your sauce on. This is just pizza sauce out of a jar and a pickle. Use spaghetti sauce, whatever floats your boat. I also wanted tomatoes, but if you slice a tomato, you really need to start with that and get it kind of sauteed and softened because it's not going to happen here. So I'm just using some stewed tomatoes. Try and squeeze out the juice. This actually has some other stuff in it too. And then I have my tomatoes. They're nice and soft because this isn't going to be in the oven for 40 minutes, heating everything up. Everybody makes their pizza the way they want. I want mine to be zesty, so a little bit of sriracha. And some pepperoni. So like I say, other pizzas I've done like this, I kind of rushed. And the end result was, it was just kind of gooey and sloppy, but I got the heat up high. Let's go from this side. As you lift it up, starting to crust up under there. That's what you want. If you do it too fast, it ends up just being a gooey mess when you take it off the griddle. All right, these are done and done. Let's get them on there. If you leave your spatula on the griddle, it's going to be hot. Note to self. All right, a little bit of grease there. My son's a little bit of a health nut, kind of, not too severe, but a little bit. And he scoffed at these pizzas when I told him about them. I made them, and when he comes home from school, if I offer to make them, he says, "Oh yeah." So they're really good, and I guess they're keto. I don't know with all this cheese. All right, so I put cheddar on the bottom. You really do whatever the heck you want, of course. And of course, pizza always has mozzarella on top. You do whatever you want. You put clumps of blue cheese in there. You did mushrooms. I'd either use canned or go ahead and saute up your mushrooms first. I ate a whole bunch of mushrooms yesterday. I wish I'd saved some, but I like mushrooms. Now this is really cooking up good. And you can see around here, hopefully you can see it. Maybe I can zoom on a little bit. Try to do this. My dirty hands now. Just right on the edge. Look at that, that's nice and burnt. That's what, you know, it's all about the burnt cheese. Look underneath there. Hopefully you can see that. It's getting nice and crispy underneath. So now I'm letting the mozzarella melt on top. So if you take it off too early, which is what I've been doing, it's just a soggy mess. I mean, it's still going to be limp. But when it cools a little bit, because there's no way you could eat this the way it is right there. When it cools a little bit, you're going to have that nice crispy bop, and that's really what you want out of this. I'm going to grab a plate real quick. I've really enjoyed the BlackStone griddle. There is a learning curve to it, and this is one of the items. This is my fourth time to make them. The first time it turned out pretty good. Second and third time they were certainly good, but I rushed. I would have taken it off by now. And like I say, I'm really trying to kind of burn that underneath the cheese. Let me go ahead and turn the griddle off. You can see there. Oh. You can see right through over here. See, it's getting nice. And crispy burnt over there. I mean, this thing's all about kind of the burnt cheese. Now you can smell a little bit getting burnt, so you don't want it like black burnt. Oh yeah, looking good. So this is the tricky part because it's flimsy. That's why this nice wide, this is a BlackStone. It's nice and heavy duty, but if you don't have that, you know, two spatulas, what I'm gonna do drag it up on my plate. See if you can see that. There it is. It's a cheese pizza. I'm going to let it cool off for about 5 minutes, and then I'll eat it up. But you can see, I mean, it's nice and crispy on the bottom. And let this cool down, you know, 30-minute delivery. Let it cool down. And this is awesome, especially if you like cheese and you like burnt cheese. Well, that's it for me. Keep this from getting too long. Thanks for watching. This is all done in real time except preheating the grill. So thanks for watching. Love my BlackStone.